This is a special report with Uncle Vinny.
I'm Uncle Vinny. This is a special report. While a lot of places around the country try to reopen, some states, like in New York, they don't even know when they're going to reopen. And that makes a lot of people in New York very upset and very frustrated because they feel like they cannot get a straight answer from a nobody. Well, maybe tonight we could get some answer. At this time, I'd like to welcome Mayor Bill Deblasio. Mayor Bill, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Uncle Vinny. I'm happy to be here.
I don't think you're going to be happy when we finish. Well, let's get right into it. Do you have a date that you think we could finally open up in New York?
Absolutely. I think I am 61% sure that we are going to open up Wednesday, May 34th.
I'm sorry, you said May 34th.
That's correct.
Man, you look like I gotta buy a new calendar because my May only goes up to 31. Well, let's move on. Now, even though all the gyms in New York is closed, everybody knows that you go to the gym every day and you work out. So I ask you, number one, don't you think it's no fair that you could go to the gym and everybody else cannot? And number two, if you go to the gym every day and work out, why you still look like a shit?
That's a very good question, and I think I'm going to pass.
You're gonna pass?
Yes.
It's an old game show. This is an interview. You gotta answer the question.
I simply don't want to.
You don't want to? Okie dokie. Let's move on. Another thing that makes people afraid are these hornets, because the news say they're very dangerous. So I ask you, should the people be afraid of the hornets?
Well, we won't really know for sure until the NBA season starts up again. But let me just say this, I'm a diehard New York Knicks fan. Go Knicks! But no, the Knicks should not be afraid of the Hornets. The Knicks should be afraid of themselves because the Knicks suck.
Bill, I'm not talking about the basketball team of the Charlotte Hornets. I'm talking about the murder hornets from Japan. What's the matter with you?
Oh, the murder hornets. Well, we've actually done some research and found out that they are killed by the praying mantis. So we've allocated $25 million and started up a research foundation which is going to gather up all the praying mantises in the country, force them to have sex and reproduce more praying mantises. The more praying mantis, the less hornets. So our safety relies on the hands of the praying mantis.
So you say our safety depends on an insect?
That's right.
I'm no surprise. Let's move on. Now, there's a lot of nicknames that people call you, like Stunad, Rimbambid, Big Jackass. But there's one nickname that I really like. A lot of people call you Big Bird because you're tall and you look like an ugly bird. But I ask you, do you think that's a more insult to you or that's a more insult to the real Big Bird? You know, the one that live on the Sesame Street.
Oh, I'm well aware who he is. I actually think it's an insult to the original Big Bird.
Wow. I never think I ever say this, but I agree with you 100%.
Awesome.
Speaking of a name, a lot of people, they don't know. Your real name is Warren Wilhelm Jr.
Right.
But you call yourself Bill Deblasio. So, why you lie to people?
Well, for one, Deblasio is my mother's maiden name, and two, I want everyone to know how proud I am to be Italian. Ciao, che si dice, manicati, biscotti, ricotta.
I don't understand. Why you talk like this?
I'm speaking Italian.
You speak Italian?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you want to speak Italian, I can teach you something.
Oh, can you teach me how to say good afternoon? Everyone be safe?
Oh, that's very easy. Sono un grande idiota.
Sono un grande idiota.
Ah, very good. You sound like you were born in Italy.
Oh, gracias.
Prego, which is probably the sauce your wife used to cook. I got one more question and that's it. What do you think is going to be the first kind of business to open? Because something that's important for me, it might not be important for other people. Like, for example, in the 3 months in quarantine, my wife started to grow a big mustache, and I don't like it. So it's important that the beauty salon open, because then she can go get a wax. So do you know what business you're going to open first?
Well, that's an excellent point. There's different importance for different people. I gave it a lot of thought, and I've decided to open all the Krispy Kremes first.
Krispy Kreme?
Yeah.
Like the donut?
Oh, yeah. Those donuts are delicious. I can't go a day without them. I would actually go as far to say I would have sex with a sheep in order to have one of those donuts. But that's just me being a bad boy.
Shut him off. Shut this son of a bitch off right now. Just when you think he cannot say something more stupid, he say want to have sex with a sheep for a donut. I don't believe it. I got nothing else to say. My mind is a blank. I'm Uncle Vinny, and this is a special report. Mannaggia chi dei morti, ma this guy is the biggest stunner I've never seen my whole life.